Hello, happy stampers. This is Kate with Kate's Paper Creations, here to share with you this week's current project from the current Stampin' Up! Catalog. And one of the items that has been available in our mini catalog is these pretty pillow box dies. And I'm trying to get the glare out of those. Let's see how I'm going to do that. Playing around with some new equipment, and I'll share that with you in just a minute. So anyway, there's lots of little pieces in here. This is the basic die, just this piece right here. And then it has some tags that you can add, 3 different tags. It's got some flowers that can be done separately, or they can fit into this, like this, the big one, and then the 2 small ones can fit inside this when you're cutting it out. Let me see if I can get this to lay down here so I can show you. So the large flower would fit up there, and then the smaller flowers can fit down like that. And then it's also got 2 other little things. It's got this one that just embosses a cute little scallop kind of pattern. And it's got this one that puts a really pretty little flowered kind of pattern in there. And then it's got this one that just puts some holes in it. And that's the one I'm going to use today. I didn't play with it a lot. It's really easy to use. I cut my paper 6 by 6. And for this particular group of boxes that I made, I'm using the hand-pinned Designer Series papers. And because I was making multiples, I really did want to keep it kind of simple. And so I just ran it through with this already inside. So I put this on and put this on the paper just like this, and put it through the Stampin' Cut emboss machine all at the same time. I've got that upside down, but you know what I mean. Just like that. And I just used the washi tape to hold it all in place so that it didn't move when I was running it through the machine. And then I took it out of the machine, took this part away, took my piece out, folded it over, and got my pencil out, and I just drew a couple circles where those circles would go. And then I put this piece back on by itself and washi taped it down and ran it through a second time so that I get those holes cut in both places, because then I can run ribbon through, and I'll show you what I did with that. Now when you're running this through, it might leave a little bit of a mark there. I didn't think it was enough to worry about, but just so you know, that could happen. So then I used ribbon, and this is the 1/4 inch Bumblebee gingham ribbon, and I cut 14 inches. I like to have lots to work with. You might not need as much, 12 might do it. And I just put, it'd work better if I put a pointy end on that, but anyway, I just put the ribbon in like this, and like this, and kind of evened it up so that it's coming out. This is going to be the outside, and so it's looking like that, and then put it through the front piece like this. This is going to be a really quick video. I love it. And like this, and then it comes down and shuts, and then you just tie the bow so that you end up with a bow on the front. Then you can put the sides down and put your piece inside. Something else I want to show you, and I'm going to open this back up because I almost forgot. Sometimes when you're running it through, these seams might not be as distinct as you'd like them. So you might want to run it back and forth once so that you get a good impression on where you have to do the folding. I didn't have any problem per se. You can also take, once they're done, just take your fingernail and just run it right along that seam, and that helps a little bit. Another thing you could do, let me get that out. I did this. This works too. I took and got out my foam mat. It's a firm foam mat. And then I got the smallest pick tool. Now mine doesn't look like the pick tool in the catalog because I had my husband make special tips so I didn't have to hunt down the ends. But you can take your pick tool and you can just run it lightly over that. Don't press too hard, because on DSP you might tear it. And just run that a little bit extra along those seams like that, and it will help give you a little bit better distinct fold when you get ready to fold. So those are just a couple of suggestions. Let's go ahead and fold this back up, and then we'll tie it like that, and give myself lots of room. I found that I wanted my bow to sit straight, and in order to do that, I wrapped this, instead of going like this, like most people do, I'm going backwards like that. I hope you can see that. And then put it through the little rabbit hole. And then when I pull it tight, it is perfectly straight, like that. And then I can trim the ends of the ribbon. I'm not using my sharp scissors. That's not very smart. Let's get the sharp ones. As I've said before, I put a little bit of ribbon on my scissors that I use for ribbon so that it stays sharp and I don't dull it out using it on paper. And so there's that part. Then I folded, when I'm folding in the ends, I fold in the piece that goes from the back to the front first, and then from the front to the back last, so that the front looks really nice. And if it doesn't happen to close perfectly tight here, that's okay, because it's looking like this from the front. And then what I put in mine are these Godiva Masterpieces candies. They're individually wrapped. There's just one sweet little treat in there, and it fits perfect in this. And this little wonderful pillow box. And just like that. And there we go. We have another little pillow box all ready to go with a little sweet treat in it. I made these all for my Bible study ladies. We'll take them and share them here either this week or next week. And they turned out really pretty. Yeah, this ribbon, I loved this ribbon, but I ran out. So then I just used the gingham, and they all looked really pretty. So I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a video. I did want to explain a couple things. I'm testing out some new equipment and stuff. I have been just doing my videos with a iPad. And my husband I bought a holder for it, and then my husband helped me figure out how to configure it so it would be a permanent fixture so I could mount it and do my videos with it. And then I figured out how to get a cordless mic to work. And then today is my first day where I actually have a monitor that I can watch to make sure that everything I do stays in the screen, and that you're seeing it clearly. And I've been wanting to do that for quite a while. And it just got me to thinking, because most of my viewers, I believe, most of my subscribers, most of you are Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. And if you're anything like me, you're not out there making tons of money. It's mainly a hobby, something you really enjoy, and you share it with a few friends or whatever. Or maybe you are trying to make it a little bit of a business, but COVID has wreaked its havoc on you, and you've been trying to go digital. That's what forced me into doing videos, and I've been doing them for about 1.5 years now. I've got I think over 300 videos up, because I try to do 3 a week. But I've struggled trying to find people who will give me advice and direction on how to get set up to do videos. So if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator trying to figure this out, I'm hoping to share a few things with you as we go along, because I've been using my iPad, and I'm going to get the names of all the equipment that I have ended up using, and hopefully it will help you get started so that you can make videos to share with your customers or your friends. I haven't had an in-house workshop for at least 1 year, because all of my clients, all of my customers have chosen to distance and stay home and be safe. And that is perfectly fine, but I didn't want to lose touch with them. So, and if you're a follower and you're not a demonstrator, I don't want to lose touch with you either. I want to keep improving what I do and making it available to you all. So I'm hoping to share some of the things, because I went online and started searching, and it was like a maze out there to try and figure out, how can I set this up without it costing me an arm and a leg? I don't have tons of money to pour into equipment and get all fancy and everything. So stay tuned. I'm going to be sharing some of that in the future. If it is something that you're interested in as a viewer, let me know, so I know that I'm not pushing something out there that you're not interested in. I'd love to hear from you, so be sure and leave a comment, because I like those comments and I appreciate them very much. So again, I hope you enjoyed today's little quick video and a little bit of explanation. I am loving my monitor. I'm looking forward to using it even more. Thanks again for stopping by.